Good evening, welcome back to Linnets TV. Me, Sam Phillips, now and joined by Runcorn Linnets manager Dave Wild. Dave, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, of course.
2-0 victory on the road. You must be pleased with that.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with that. I thought for large spells of the game, I thought we were, I didn't say under the cosh, I thought we dealt with it well, but I think they, for a good chunk of that game, I thought they controlled the possession, which is something that I'm quite pleased with, if I'm honest. I think we need to make sure that if we're going to be serious about having a good push this season in the positive areas of the league, we need to make sure that we can come to places like Newcastle Town on a Tuesday night. We've got Shorty suspended, we've got Eden playing at left back, lads coming back from injuries and a lot of youth on the bench, and I thought every single one to a man today's really pulled their own and shown what we're about so far this season. So I'm really pleased for the lads. I think it's always nice to come away from home on a Tuesday and win. There's nothing worse than getting up on Wednesday after a defeat. So yeah, really pleased, really happy for the club. And a big one for me really is that some support that from our fans. I can't actually, for a Tuesday night to see that many, what was it, about 120? So
yeah,
there's a lot of Runcorn here, and from the bottom of my heart and everyone in that change room, can't thank them enough. Playing a huge part, and it feels like we're all on the same page and same wavelength now, so it's an overall positive night. Just waffling now.
Yeah, another positive. It was inevitable that it was going to happen, wasn't it? Ryan Brooke back on the score sheet, back at Runcorn. How is it to have a player like Ryan back in the squad?
Listen, I was lucky enough to have Ryan at Mosley, so I know all what he's about in terms of sort of what he brings to the changing room, what he brings to the pitch. But I said to him before the game, I said, there's a bit of a different dimension with Ryan in this club. I think some clubs fit for certain people, and I think Ryan and Runcorn is one of those clubs. So I'm really pleased for him. I know he's a confidence player, and I know that'll have meant the world to him getting a goal early in the first half. And I thought his performance was outstanding. He didn't play in the 9 as he would do, or as what he would like to do. I thought he did a really good shift for us in the, just off Jamie, and I'm really pleased that him and Jamie got on the score sheet. But look, Ryan's a big coup for the club in terms of what he did last season, but he's under no illusions that that's now last season, so he's got to kick on. Won't blow too much smoke up his backside, but it's good for him to. Well, he's got one scoreboard, so he can't do much more than that really. But I was pleased with his overall performance, and yourself and everyone at the club knows just what a sort of character and positive person he is to have around the place. So I'm really pleased with it all.
Yeah, no, I know as a manager it's not nice to always single out players, but tonight's man of the match, Olarewaju, he was brilliant on Saturday, and tonight I think he's really shown he's really trying to push for a starting position.
Yeah, listen, Dapo, I absolutely caned Dapo at Prescott. I thought he was abysmal against Prescott. He knows it, I know it, everyone in the changing room knows what happened that day, and he's just not looked back. I feel a little bit sorry for him in terms of him being out of the team recently anyway, because obviously he was doing really well after that Prescott game, and then he just picked up a little niggle at North Shields, and Eden's obviously kept his shirt, but he's come in the last 2 and he's been outstanding there for me, right through to the sort of the last couple of seconds of the game there, where he's helping Ryan keep the ball in the corner. I just think he's maturing, he's doing what we want from him as a staff in terms of just play basic football. You need to do, and if you don't need to do 57 step overs when you're that fast, and he's got a lot of maturity coming to his game now. I think he seems a lot calmer when he enters the box. He seems a lot calmer in terms of his delivery now. He's not just smashing it across as hard as he can, and I'm really pleased for him, to be honest. He's a great kid as well, plus he's Manchester based, so it does me a favour, that one.
Now, just before we let you go, Saturday, another long trip.
Yeah,
hopefully it's not too long. How do we sort of get tonight out of our heads and go again for another big trip?
It's already done. That's I know it sounds ridiculous, but no, how many games is that? Is that 9, 8?
Yeah, 9 in the league.
Game of the season, so it's a lot to go. But we have to dust it off, train Thursday, prep for Workington, and go again. That's all we can do. We've got to keep ticking games off and pick up as many wins as we can in the build-up and the lead up to the Christmas period. So pleased, job done, move on.
Perfect. Well, enjoy the rest of your week, enjoy your preparations, and we'll speak to you on Saturday.
Cheers, Sam.